Hey, I wanted to make this video really quick. My name's Adam Westfall from Westfall Publishing, and I help entrepreneurs, coaches, and consultants become best-selling authors. And as I've come to learn, one very important step in the book launch and marketing process of putting out a best-selling book is the importance of press releases. Whether that be the mainstream media, local news, or like industry-specific publications that will basically announce your book. And my favorite book that I have come across in the realm of PR, simply because it's not my specialty, but I need to know it, is Get Your Book in the News, How to Write a Press Release That Announces Your Book. And it's written by Sandra Beckwith, who's the administrator of the Book Buzz Facebook group and is on every single social media platform there is. And she's actually helped me with some of my questions that I've had as a beginner learning more and more about press releases. So I really like her book because it's not really, there's no fluff. It's straight to the point of what writing a good press release and a correct press release should look like. And one of her chapters is step-by-step instructions. She just lays out the 13 steps and gives a detailed description of what each one should be. Now, we're not going to have all these, but what I'm making this video for is this tool that I have come across known as Conversion AI. Go back here. Is basically a artificial intelligence writing software for people that are writing on a daily basis. So it could be authors, blog writers, copywriters, people self-publishing their book, people like me helping others publish their book, people trying to write their own press releases, etc. So there's all these different tools in here, but the one that I want to show you guys is the press release title and intro. And see how closely it follows. I'm going to cut this out. Let's see how closely it follows her guidelines. And while it may not be exactly perfect, it does a pretty good job of it, of hitting all these details. And I've tried it out for myself, and I know it. So what we can use this tool for in the press release is the step 3 and step 5. So step 3 is just writing an attention-getting headline. So just as your book has a title, your press release needs a title, but it's called a headline. It should be engaging, interesting, to the point. Tell the reader what to expect in your news. Okay, here you see some examples, etc. Use active verbs. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll visit this. Then for step 5, write a lead paragraph that summarizes the news. A lead is the opening paragraph that tells journalists what the release is about. It's comparable to the first paragraph of a newspaper news story, providing the most important information about the news in 1 to 3 sentences. Okay, and then she has these guidelines here. Think about how you'd summarize it to a friend, neighbor, colleague. It needs to be interesting, but not melodramatic, but also, not exaggerating. So it's kind of the funny thing about writing a press release. It's not, like she said, it's not a college essay, but it's also not sales copy. Start with language from the book description on the back cover. Keep it to 1 to 3 factual sentences. While you want it to draw people in, it's important to avoid hype and exaggeration. Focus on the most important information about the book. What is different, better, unique, or special about it? Okay. What makes it timely, relevant, thought-provoking, key selling points. And then use a little bit of SEO. And she provides an example. So this tool will help you write the title and the intro. And let's just see how it works. So I've actually just going to copy and paste this one in that I've already done. And this is actually from my book. So I wrote a book, a #1 best-selling book, The Retirement X's and O's Playbook. A simple 7-step game plan to ensure your life savings without having to work the rest of your life. And here's my description, what my press release is about. So while many Americans have diligently put money from every paycheck into their retirement, a new survey, I'll zoom in here, a new survey reveals that more than 50% of these baby boomers are still fearful of retirement. The three biggest fears are living too long, not living long enough, and ending up in long-term care. This book is a, let's do simple 7-step process used by the author to, let's say, address and eliminate these fears. Okay. And we'll say the company product name. We will just say new book. Keyword, let's use baby boomers. And tone of voice, informative. I'd say that's what we're going for, right? Okay, now let's see when I'm having 5 different outputs get put out. Let's see if they follow those guidelines. Titled 3 Biggest Fears of Baby Boomers Revealed. That one doesn't talk about retirement, though. New book offers solutions to baby boomers' retirement fears. And then intro paragraph. A new survey has revealed that 51% of Americans over the age of 50 are still fearful about their retirement. Many Americans have diligently put money away from every paycheck into their retirement, and this can be seen in the latest data on 401k plans, which has reached a record high. However, many people are afraid that they will live too long or not live long enough and end up in long-term care instead of enjoying retirement. This is what led author, we don't want to include the author in here, so we don't like that one. 7-step process to eliminate retirement fears. Kind of, but that still has a title in it. The 3 fears of baby boomers and how to address them. Baby boomers are the largest generation in the history of America. This new survey reveals that more than 50% of these baby boomers are still fearful of retirement. 3 biggest fears are living too long, not living long enough, and ending up in long-term care. This book is a simple 7-step process used by the author to address and eliminate these fears. These 3 fears can be addressed easily with this information packed. I don't like any of those. But you see how most of it's actually already written out for you. You could just go in and make your adjustments. Or you can hit this generate button and generate 5 more, 10 more, however many you want. Okay. How to live life without retirement. That's not right. 7 steps to a fear-free retirement. The 3 biggest fears of baby boomers. According to a new survey, more than 50% of American baby boomers are still fearful about retirement. 3 biggest fears were living too long, not living long enough, and ending up in long-term care. This book is an easy-to-read 7-step process used by the author to address these worries. So none of these are perfect. Again, for me, it might be for someone else, but that doesn't mean that you can't like copy this and paste it, into a worksheet here, and get to work on cleaning it up, right? So, straight to the point, 3 biggest fears of baby boomers, and then you go on with that. So it's pretty closely aligned, but it just, and you don't even have to write as much as I did, like I said, over on the left-hand side. You get up to 600 characters, but you can write less and it'll generate more over here on the side, and you can keep refreshing and doing new outputs if you'd like to find the one that sounds right. But nonetheless, this tool is really awesome, and this is just a sample of what it can do. This is just the press release title and intro. There's people actually writing full books with this. I won't do that in this video. I'll do that on a different one, but you can see how powerful this tool is, and it's gonna be something that we're gonna have to adopt in order to continue to work at the pace that we want, or even when these things start outsmarting us. So That's it for this video. Hope that was helpful. I actually have a link to Conversion AI down in the bio or the description of this video. And if you use it, you should get a 5-day free trial and 10,000 credits. And I think you can even book a training session as well. So if you'd like to learn more about the tool and all its capabilities, you have a free 5-day trial if you use the link in the description. So other than that, I'm signing off.